Introduction. In the late 1800s, London was terrorized by a series of brutal and gruesome murders that sent shockwaves through society. The perpetrator, known as Jack the Ripper, became one of the most notorious and enigmatic figures in criminal history. Despite extensive investigations and countless theories, the true identity of Jack the Ripper remains a mystery to this day. This essay will delve into the perplexing case of Jack the Ripper, examining the details of the murders, the investigation, the suspects, and the enduring fascination with this unsolved crime. Background. The autumn of 1888 saw a string of murders in the impoverished Whitechapel district of London. 5 women, all prostitutes, were brutally killed and mutilated. The victims, Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, and Mary Jane Kelly, were subjected to horrific acts of violence, with their bodies left in gruesome states. The murders shared striking similarities in their brutality, leading investigators to believe that they were the work of a single perpetrator. The murders. Each murder attributed to Jack the Ripper bore distinct characteristics that struck fear into the heart of the city. The victims were targeted in dimly lit areas during the late night or early morning hours. Their throats were slit, and they were subsequently subjected to extensive abdominal mutilation. The level of precision and the removal of specific organs indicated some knowledge of anatomy, adding an eerie dimension to the crimes. The brutality and explicit nature of the killings garnered significant attention from the press and the public, further fueling the mystique surrounding Jack the Ripper. The investigation. The investigation into the Jack the Ripper case was one of the most extensive and intensive manhunts in the history of British law enforcement. However, the challenges faced by the investigators were immense. The area in which the murders occurred was plagued by poverty, crime, and a transient population, making it difficult to establish reliable witnesses or gather substantial evidence. Despite efforts from Scotland Yard and the involvement of renowned investigators like Frederick Aberline, the case remained unsolved. The absence of modern forensic techniques and the limitations of investigative methods in the late 19th century further hampered the investigation. Controversial aspects, such as the mishandling of evidence and the authenticity of letters purportedly written by Jack the Ripper, added to the complexity and confusion surrounding the case. Suspects and theories. Over the years, numerous suspects have been put forward as potential identities for Jack the Ripper. Some of the more notable individuals include Montague John Druitt, a barrister and alleged suicide victim, who came under suspicion due to his mental instability and proximity to the murder locations. Aaron Kosminski, a Polish immigrant, has also been suggested as a possible suspect based on witness testimonies and later claims by a senior police official. Other theories propose that the killer may have been a medical professional or an aristocrat, given the level of anatomical knowledge exhibited in the murders. Some even suggest that the crimes were the work of multiple individuals or that Jack the Ripper was a well-known public figure seeking to cover up his own misdeeds. The enduring fascination with Jack the Ripper. The Jack the Ripper case continues to captivate the public's imagination and fuel speculation to this day. Numerous books, films, and documentaries have been dedicated to exploring the case and proposing new theories. The enduring fascination with Jack the Ripper can be attributed to several factors. Firstly, the gruesome nature of the crimes and the media frenzy surrounding them created a lasting impact on society, turning Jack the Ripper into an infamous figure. The case also highlights the dark underbelly of Victorian society, exposing the harsh realities faced by the poor and vulnerable in the East End of London. Secondly, the unsolved nature of the case has allowed for a myriad of theories and speculations to emerge. Jack the Ripper has become a cultural phenomenon, inspiring amateur investigators, ripperologists, and armchair detectives who attempt to decipher the clues and unmask the true identity of the killer. Lastly, the era in which the murders took place adds to the intrigue. The late 1800s were marked by social and technological advancements, yet the Jack the Ripper case exposed the limitations of law enforcement and forensic science at the time. This juxtaposition between progress and the inability to solve such a high-profile case continues to fascinate researchers and historians. Conclusion: the Jack the Ripper case remains one of the most enduring mysteries in criminal history. The brutal murders, the extensive investigations, and the lack of a definitive solution have kept the public's fascination alive for over a century. Despite the passage of time, the case continues to be examined and re-examined, with new theories and suspects emerging periodically. While the true identity of Jack the Ripper may never be known, the impact of the murders and the enduring cultural legacy of the case cannot be denied. The unsolved mystery has become a symbol of the dark side of Victorian society and a testament to the limitations of historical investigation. As long as the identity of Jack the Ripper remains hidden, the allure of this enigmatic killer will persist, reminding us of the chilling depths to which human depravity can sink.